This happened to me about 2 years ago. I still live in the same house, but I don't sleep the same anymore. At the time, I was 22, living alone in a small rented house just outside town. It wasn't a creepy place or anything, just a normal one-story home in a quiet neighborhood. The kind where nothing ever happens, which is why what did happen still messes with my head. It was a Thursday night, around 11:30 p.m. I'd just finished gaming with friends online and was getting ready for bed. I remember checking the locks, something I always did out of habit. Front door locked, back door locked, windows shut, curtains drawn. I turned off the lights and went to my bedroom. My room was at the end of a short hallway. From my bed, I could see straight down the hall to the living room if my door was open. I usually left it open because I liked having airflow from the fan. That night, I wish I hadn't. I lay there scrolling my phone for maybe 10 minutes before putting it down. The house was quiet. No traffic outside. No wind, just silence. And then I heard it. A sound from the living room. A soft tap. At first, I thought it was the house settling. Old houses make noises all the time. So I ignored it. Then it happened again. Tap. This time it sounded deliberate. I held my breath and listened. Silence. I almost convinced myself I imagined it, until I heard something else. A slow, dragging sound, like fabric moving across the floor. My first thought was that something had fallen, maybe a jacket off the chair or something. So I sat up slightly and looked down the hallway. It was dark, but faint light from the street lamp outside came through the living room window, just enough to outline shapes. Everything looked normal, too normal, because I suddenly realized something that made my stomach tighten. The chair near the hallway entrance was facing the wrong direction. I always kept that chair angled toward the TV, always. Now it was facing the hallway, facing me. I stared at it for a full 10 seconds, trying to rationalize it. Maybe I moved it earlier and forgot. Maybe I bumped it. Maybe. Tap. The sound came again. But this time, it didn't come from the living room. It came from the kitchen, which was behind the living room, which meant something had just moved. My heart started pounding so hard, I could hear it in my ears. I didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't blink. I just stared down that hallway, waiting. And then I saw it. Movement. Not fast. Not sudden. Slow. Something shifted in the darkness near the kitchen doorway. At first I thought it was my eyes playing tricks on me, until the shape separated from the wall. Someone was standing there. Not walking, not approaching, just standing, watching. Every instinct told me to run, to grab my phone, to scream, but my body wouldn't move. The figure didn't move either. It was like we were both frozen, waiting to see who would react first. I couldn't make out details, just a tall outline, broad shoulders, head tilted slightly to one side. Then, slowly, it leaned forward, like it was trying to see me better. That's when adrenaline finally kicked in. I grabbed my phone off the bed and pretended to talk loudly. "Yeah, I hear you. I think I left it in the kitchen. I'll check." I said it as convincingly as I could, hoping whoever was there would think someone else was in the house with me. The figure didn't react, didn't move, didn't leave. Instead, it took one step forward. The floor creaked. That sound snapped me out of it. I jumped out of bed, locked my bedroom door, and dialed emergency services with shaking hands. While it rang, I heard footsteps in the hallway, slow, heavy, coming toward my door. The operator picked up just as the footsteps stopped right outside. I whispered what was happening. She told me to stay quiet and that officers were on the way. Then the doorknob moved. Not violently, not fast, just slowly turning, like whoever was out there didn't want to make noise. I felt my throat close up. The knob twisted fully, then stopped. They realized it was locked. For a few seconds, nothing happened. Then a soft knock, 3 taps. My entire body went cold. A voice came from the other side of the door, low, calm, almost gentle. "I know you're in there." I couldn't respond. Couldn't even breathe. The voice spoke again. "You shouldn't ignore guests." The operator kept whispering to me to stay on the line. I could hear faint radio chatter through her headset. Outside my door, silence. I thought maybe he left. Maybe he gave up. Maybe. The door handle jerked. Violently. Once, twice, 3 times. Then pounding. Loud. Aggressive. Furious. Pounding. I bit my hand to stop myself from screaming. And then, it stopped. Completely. No footsteps. No breathing. Nothing. Just silence. 5 minutes later, though it felt like an hour, I saw red and blue lights flash through my window. Police sirens. Voices. Outside. Doors opening. I ran to the window and shouted for them. They came inside immediately. Searched the entire house. Closets. Cabinets. Backyard. Roof. Access. Crawl space. Nothing. No one. I thought it was over. Thought maybe. I imagined it. Thought maybe stress or exhaustion made me hallucinate. Until one officer asked me, "Do you know this guy?" He showed me his phone. It was a photo from my own kitchen, taken on my phone. Time-stamped 11:41 p.m. In the picture, I was visible lying in bed, taken from the hallway, which means he wasn't trying to break into my house. He was already inside. I moved out 2 weeks later. Police never found him, and to this day, I still sleep with my bedroom door locked, because sometimes locks don't keep people out. They keep you safe from what's already in.